All right, y'all, this is Oscar. He is gonna help me in my fight to keep these squirrels out of my garden. I caught them earlier yesterday digging holes in here. One of them already bit off part of my squash plant. I'm at the point where I literally cannot direct sow any seeds in here because they will just get in here and dig holes. All the space that you see here between the straw covering, that's squirrels just digging holes in my garden. They think my garden is a playground. All these trees that they could run and play on, they want to come in here and dig holes. We finally got us some rain, so I got some beans coming up in here. So I'm happy about that. But yes, it's been at least about a week and a half we didn't get any really good rainfall, and that's not typical for this area. This area we get quite a bit of rain, regular rainfall. My watermelon has sprouted up, so I'm thrilled about that. You guys know how bad I want some watermelon, and I want you guys to take note of this watermelon. I want to say I planted it about almost 3 weeks ago. And these are the true leaves that have come up. It's green. There's a few, like this one I will probably get rid of. It's kind of small and puny. That's why I will plant more than one. And this one's a little bit on the smaller side. I desperately want to open this garden up more. But I'm dealing with squirrels down here. And so I'm hoping Oscar can help me in my fight against these squirrels. His eyes actually glow red at night. So, y'all, I'm over these squirrels. I really am. They have terrorized this garden space, and they are just a complete nuisance. Another one of the game changers, I call them game changers. I'm hoping to incorporate this next year in my garden space. The whole entire garden space is this cardboard. When I initially saw people putting down cardboard and then they'd lay down the mulch on top, I thought, oh, I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was a little ghetto, but it's very effective. I like the way it looks. It has kept the weeds out. You can see the areas where I've put the ground cover. These are the areas I've put the ground cover, and there's weeds coming up. But I like this cardboard idea. I think I'm going to incorporate it more in my garden space. I wish I would have incorporated this system, or a system, of seed organizing my first, maybe even second season of, being a gardener. Finally gotten around to doing it. I just use an old shoebox. This is just some construction paper. I have the spring and fall. All the seeds are kind of just laying under. I got them laying down on their side because I'm not utilizing them. And then the summer, and my flowers and herbs, I have them sitting up, and they're easy to access, to get to. And it was totally very inexpensive. I had this stuff just laying around the house, and it was going to be thrown in the trash anyway. So I've put it to good use. I have just a marker. I utilize this marker quite a bit. Off to the side, I'm going to get some tabs. I have them in alphabetical order, but I'm going to get some tabs to, have them tucked in here so that I can get to my seeds a whole lot easier. One of the frustrating things I found was that One of the frustrating things I found was that I would forget that I had sown certain seeds, or I couldn't find certain seeds, or I would plant seeds multiple times because I had no system of organizing anything. And so I'm kind of happy about this. Some people that are OCD would have, this would have been the first thing they did. But my approach to, as a gardener or planting a garden has been really laid back, because this is my peaceful space that I go to. But as I want this garden to function and produce for me, I realize I've got to have a system in place. So I'm kind of happy about this. And it didn't take me very long to put it together. And as I do grow and get more seeds, which might happen, I don't know, I guess I'll just have to get a bigger box. Another major game changer for me is this tree this tree limb getting cut. It has been one of those projects that I had been talking about. My husband and I, we regularly will do quite a bit of the maintenance on our property. It's just cheaper to do it ourselves than to hire people. And as long as we can, get to it and it's not anything too invasive, we'll do quite a bit of it ourselves. So this tree limb was actually covering quite a bit of the deck, and as you can see, it has opened up this whole area, which has opened up the sun even more, so that a lot of these plants will get hopefully anywhere between 8 to 10 hours of sunlight, which would be great. A lot of my plants have struggled to grow. Winter squash needs quite a bit of sun. These beans, they need quite a bit of sun. Watermelon needs quite a bit of sun. And my cherry tomatoes will grow in the shade. They love, the sun. They will thrive and do better. But they'll grow in the shade if need be. But I was most concerned for a lot of these plants that are really, for the most part, are slow growing and not getting much sunlight out here on the deck. There's only so much I could do, but one of the challenges why I can't plant in my backyard is because we have like 19 different trees of different shapes and sizes. And so I'm happy about that. The only thing that kind of was a scary situation for us was, it was unfortunate, nothing my husband did, but when he cut down this tree limb, it ended up not falling in the direction that we anticipated. It landed on this rock, which rolled the whole tree limb towards him and sent him flying off the ladder. So he spent most of his day in the ER after cutting this tree limb. And I'm just so grateful that his injuries aren't severe. He's got 4 fractured ribs and some bruising on his lungs. He's in pain, as expected. But he's got his own personal nurse, so we're happy about that. And he's able to walk and he's doing much better, but that's the unfortunate part in this whole process. It's given me a new sympathy towards individuals that do fall off ladders. I used to always think that when someone fell off a ladder, and I know it was really ignorant, that it was their fault or they had something to do with it. But, an accident is an accident. So I have a newfound sympathy. But I'm just so happy that, he's doing much better. His injuries are not severe. But yes, these are major game changers for us.